A nightmare start in Omaha for the Tigers as mistakes on the field have them in the loser's bracket already. How much cause for concern is there for Palmieri's bunch? Plus, one New Orleanian turned some heads at OTAs, why he's got Sean Payton's attention, and Saints guard Tim Lolito and plenty of his teammates hit the diamond for a great cause.
This is the last word on sports. Fourth Down on 4 starts now.
The LSU Tigers have never lost Game 1 of the College World Series and bounced back to win a national championship. Welcome to Fourth Down on 4. I'm Leslie Spoon. The Tigers not making it easy on themselves, falling to TCU 10-3 today. Doug Mouton is in Omaha and has the story.
Palmieri called it Murphy's Law. Anything that could go wrong for LSU did.
I'm just in a little bit of a state of shock that it went downhill so quickly the way that it did.
The critical sequence, fourth inning, no score. On back-to-back dribblers to the mound, sophomore lefty Jared Poche threw both balls away.
I should have been better than that, made that play. That's definitely my fault. But after that first one, I tried to flush it. I didn't let the next one. I didn't let the second one. I didn't let the first one impact the second one, and it was just two plays that I should have made, and that's my fault.
I've seen this happen before, with baseball players, and it's amazing a kid can pitch so well, but then when he has to make a throw like that, it's probably more psychological than anything else, and you've seen it happen many times, and then the chances of right after that immediately the next batter doing the same thing and seeing the same result. I mean, it's hard to recall the time whenever I've seen it happen on consecutive plays like that.
For us, as a team, we never lob throw. Even when you have time, either run it over in a nice underhand flip or get your feet underneath you and make a strong 80% throw.
LSU got one back on an Andrew Stevenson RBI groundout. Then in the fifth, the wheels came off. Two walks led to the bases being loaded. Then LSU's third infield error as Connor Hale boots what should have been an out.
It's baseball. I mean, you can't do anything about it. It's just how it is. It's crazy. I said earlier, I mean, you can go 4 for 4 tonight and then tomorrow go over 4 for 4 strikeouts. It's just one of those crazy things that happens.
Then a critical coaching decision. Palmieri sticks with Jared Poche, who then hits Jeremy Fagnan and gives up a 2-run single to Connor Wanhainen.
I thought Jared still had enough and, wanted to get through, those first 4 spots in the order there where it was him and then the 3 left-handers. And then it just didn't work out well for us, obviously.
Altogether, LSU made 4 errors and gave TCU 8 free passes, 5 walks, and 3 hit batters. And while LSU has given up all those free passes and making those errors, TCU pitcher Preston Morrison was terrific. The one thing he did best against LSU, 0 walks. The Tigers had to earn everything they got, and it wasn't much.
Great veteran pitcher, hitting his spots, had a lot of run on his ball, good off-speed stuff, and just had us everywhere. So give credit to him, tip our hat, and now we got to look forward to Tuesday.
LSU will now try to stay alive with freshman Alex Lang on the mound Tuesday afternoon. The Tigers' backs are squarely against the wall.
It seems daunting, but really what we've got to do is just take it one game at a time and let's win a game and worry about the next one after that.
Just knowing that our season's on the line now, but we still got to stay relaxed. We still got to play our game and learn from what happened today and not let that happen again.
With the Tigers in Omaha, Doug Mouton, 4th Down on 4.
Thanks, Doug. So LSU will have to battle out of the losers bracket. The Tigers will face the loser of tonight's Vanderbilt-Cal State Fullerton game. This game has just been suspended in the 6th inning with Fullerton leading 3-0. It's set to resume tomorrow at noon. Let's go back to Doug Mouton in Omaha for more analysis.
Back at TD Ameritrade Stadium, Doug Mouton with Advocate columnist Scott Rabelais. Scott, you've seen this team play all year. How crazy was this? The 4 infield errors, totally uncharacteristic.
It was. I mean, it tied a season high for errors. Defense has been one of the strong points of this team all year long. And that 4th inning, it just kind of set a tone that was like a downward spiral for LSU. Everything went bad after that. The offense didn't produce anything until late when the game was really out of reach. Defense didn't help. The pitching didn't help. It was a triple system failure for LSU today, and against a team as opportunistic as TCU. They live for those kind of situations. We have to take advantage of your mistakes. They pounced, and LSU had no answer for it.
Yeah, and one critical moment there in that fourth inning when Pulmonary could have pulled Jared Poche, left him in maybe a little longer, or in the fifth, a little longer than we thought maybe he would or maybe he should, because lefties were coming up. Your feelings on that decision, because Poche got a long leash when maybe we didn't expect it.
Yeah, Poche is a battler. He's a guy who can fight his way out of some jams. He did in the win against Louisiana Lafayette, the Super Regional. But I think it more to the point illustrates the lack of confidence that they have in their relievers overall. Parker Bugg has kind of turned into the closer. But everybody else is kind of hit and miss sometimes. And they threw 7 relievers out there, but that was just to kind of piece it together so they don't burn up any one arm and leave everyone available for later in the tournament. So I think it was more that they didn't want to go to anyone that they thought could hold TCU down, and obviously they tacked on a few more runs when they did go to the bullpen.
Yeah, absolutely. And meanwhile, while LSU was allowing a bunch of free passes, Preston Morrison, the outstanding starter, maybe the best starting pitcher in TCU history, the one thing he did not do, he walked no one, hit no one. LSU had to earn everything they got, and it wasn't much.
Yeah, they seemed to be getting to him early. You know, the LSU seemed to have the upper hand in the first few innings. Then you had that play where Jared Foster got thrown on the plate on a great throw and a great block by the catcher. And then right after that, when the errors hit for LSU, Poche made the 2 throwing errors, and it just all seemed to fall apart for LSU from that point. But once they got the lead, I didn't think they were going to be able to come back against Morrison, and they did not. He was outstanding. He was just in cruise. TCU looked just totally confident. This is a team that won an unbelievable game when NC State melted down in the regional and beat Texas A&M in a crazy game in the Super Regional to advance here in extra innings. But they looked totally confident and totally in charge today with their best pitcher, and deserve to win the game, obviously.
Absolutely. You've seen LSU play a lot this year. We talked to Andrew Stevenson. The first thing he said was, we haven't lost 2 in a row all year. This team knows it. Are they capable of bouncing back after one this ugly?
Well, I think they can bounce back on Tuesday with Alex Lang, who's their best pitcher, and they have not lost back-to-back games all year long. So that's something that's definitely in their favor. But in the long haul, it's going to be tough for them to fight out of the loser's bracket unless they find a hero in the bullpen.
And they will need several heroes, a lot of games to win. Scott Rabelais, terrific job as always. LSU drops its opener. Now we'll have to fight its way out of the losing bracket. From Omaha, Doug Mouton, 4th down on 4.
Coming up on 4th down, a broken neck couldn't keep Delvin Breaux off the football field, and now he's catching the eyes of players and coaches alike at OTAs. And later, the Saints took time this week to swing the bats in Metairie for a good cause. Another off-season phase is in the books for the Saints. The team wrapped up their 3rd and final week of OTAs. Some of the week's highlights: top pick Andres Peat finally arrived after graduating from Stanford on Monday. Cam Jordan was excused from practice to welcome the birth of his first child, a baby boy. And Sean Payton confirmed Junior Galette did suffer a pec injury, but said the team's waiting on a final opinion before making any decisions. Here's more in the black and gold as the team heads into minicamp this week. There are 90 players on the Saints' current roster. That number will be whittled down to 53 before it's all said and done. Now, it's hard to stand out practicing in helmets and jerseys. Here's what Sean Payton's looking for.
It's pretty simple. You know, it starts with the question really is, how do you evaluate a player? And it starts with, you know, does he know what to do? How well is he doing it? Is he trying to do what we're asking? And then the last one is, how's he doing it?
Delvin Breaux is a guy competing for a job in the secondary. The hometown hopeful who graduated from McDonough 35 and fought his way back to the field after breaking his neck stood out amongst his peers on Wednesday.
He definitely had a great catch today, you know, a great interception today, but you know, we expect big things out of that guy. You know, that guy's he's definitely a physical corner, definitely very talented.
I kind of felt after making play after play today, being close to the ball, you know, my confidence started rising. But like I said, I have to continue to keep doing that daily, not just today.
He's been playing like he belonged. And like I said, he had a hell of a day today. You know, maybe four or five PBUs, an interception. He's definitely not shying away. He's a competitive guy, and we like having him around.
Bro's big plays were part of the portion of practice we weren't allowed to shoot. He was taking reps with the first team with Brandon Browner sitting out.
You know, a lot of people be with the first team, I be with the second group, but just to go out there and see the speed of Brandon Cooks and guys like that, it was a tremendous opportunity.
Bro's a real special athlete. You know, I've seen it from the beginning, before OTAs even started. I thought he was a special football player. You know, and he went out there and made plays today, as he should.
He's doing well. He's picked things up. You know, the mental element of it, he's handled pretty well. He's in real good shape. You can see that now, and you know, just continue to work on the fundamentals. And but he's handled things, the installation, all of that, really well. So it's encouraging.
With the production comes respect from his teammates.
I told them they could start calling me Chip. They was like, "What's that?" I was like, "That's my nickname." They was like, "Oh yeah, well we can do that now. You made a couple plays today."
Chip is a nickname Bro picked up a long time ago on the baseball diamond.
I was playing for Harrell, Little Leagues, and me and my brother dark and light skinned, so they call me Chocolate Chip and they call him Butterscotch. Awesome. So I'm just trying to keep it going.
Offensively, there are question marks. Jimmy Graham was an essential part of New Orleans' offense the past 5 years. Can his production be replaced? Veteran tight end Ben Watson says that uncertainty isn't worrisome. In fact, it's the complete opposite.
I think that can be a good thing, honestly. You know, when you go to a season, there's always question marks. There are always things that you think are solid and they turn out not to be. I think the important thing for this team to do is to approach every day the same. The predictions on the outside, whether they're good or bad, don't matter. It's all about winning every day in practice. It's all about winning games. It's about taking it literally one day at a time. And not looking into the future. I think sometimes as an athlete or as a team, if you look too far into the future, it doesn't serve you very well. And so we need a very singular, close focus going into the season.
C.J. Spiller finds the running room.
The Saints were busy this offseason making bold changes, aiming for better results in the win column in 2015. But just because there's a lot of new faces doesn't mean there's going to be a radical change in the team's identity. No one's reinventing the wheel, just oiling it.
Each year what we've tried to do, honestly, is take our personnel and apply it the best way we see fit to move the football. So I don't envision, the key will be, you know, how we utilize this group of players. So I don't envision this drastic change, if you will. 06, there was a certain talent that we had, you know, present, and we try to take advantage of the playmakers, and progressively through the years we've done that. So I don't see that changing much.
I would just say that every year it is a little bit different. Obviously, you have different personnel. Defenses may play you differently. You play different opponents, so your numbers are never going to look exactly the same. Obviously, every coach kind of has their thumbprint. And over time, we know that Coach Payton's thumbprint is he likes to have a lot of offense, and score a lot of points, and throw the football. But I think the overarching handprint he has is that he wants to win games.
This offense has worked since they got here in 2006. It doesn't matter who is in what position. It's always going to work. I mean, that's the way that it goes. I mean, especially when you got a guy like Drew Brees behind the center. So, you know, it's just about going out there and knowing your plays and doing the right things.
Last season, New Orleans was 13th in the league with 1,818 rushing yards on 406 attempts. Especially with the addition of C.J. Spiller, will Payton run the ball more in 2015?
When we've been good, we've run the ball. 09, we ran the ball real well. 06, we ran the ball real well, and 13 last year. So back to your question, I don't see this whole, like, you know, major shift in a certain direction. You know, we're going to try to move the football and score. And some weeks it may be running the ball more, some weeks it may be throwing the ball more. I mean, that's just the truth.
Joined now by Joel Erickson of The Advocate to talk more Saints. And there's been a lot of uncertainty this offseason coming off a 7-9 campaign, so many bold roster moves. Of course, OTAs wrapped up this week, heading into minicamp. And Sean Payton told us that there's not a huge difference between those because they're still in helmets and jerseys. How much can the coaches really evaluate right now with no live contact until camp?
Well, really, it's the receivers and passing game type of thing right now. You can see how linebackers move in coverage, that kind of thing. But the big guys, the offensive linemen, the pass rushers, it's hard to really judge them. I think Payton actually said that at one point last week. It's hard to really judge some of those guys until you get the pads on. And unfortunately for a lot of Saints fans, that happens to be a bunch of the rookies that they want to see how they're doing.
Exactly. Everybody's asking so many questions. And they signed a veteran on Friday, defensive tackle Kevin Williams. What did you think about that pickup?
You know, in retrospect, it wasn't really that surprising. Back at rookie minicamp, Peyton said that would be the spot where he thought maybe an undrafted free agent could step up because they didn't quite have as much depth as they wanted to there. Obviously, Bunkley and John Jenkins are experienced there, but you know, it makes sense. Kevin Williams is a guy who, if you look at his career like early in Minnesota, you'd think, you know, what he had last year, he's on his way down, but he still had 35 tackles, 3 sacks last year. For a rotational guy, that's really good. And so obviously maybe still has a little bit something left. And Saints want to see if they can get some of that out of him.
Just a one-year deal, so not
a
huge investment, obviously. We saw Delvin Breaux really jump out at the OTA we were allowed to watch the other week. Is there a spot for this hometown boy on the roster?
I think there is. You know, this is they brought in so many cornerbacks.
Right.
Obviously, Brandon Browner, Keenan Lewis, those are the guys you expect to start. But in the NFL these days, you really need as many as 4, 5, however many corners you can get on the roster, good ones. And he was kind of, Browner wasn't in that session we saw, and Delvin Breaux was playing up on the first team with Lewis. So there's definitely a spot on the roster for him, and if he keeps playing the way, they're going to have to make one.
Absolutely, and everybody's pulling for him being a local guy, of course. Jimmy Graham's gone. Saints did not draft a tight end. Of course, they cut one to make room for Williams the other day. Is Ben Watson and Josh Hill, are they adequate, capable?
Yeah.
What's the tight end group going to look like?
Well, you know, the funny thing is Jimmy Graham has been here and done so many good things over the last couple of years. He's fresh in everybody's memory. But if you go back to Peyton's teams, 2006, 7, 8, 9, their tight ends never caught really more than 50 balls. It was in that 40 to 50 range. Sometimes they had 2 guys in there. You know, they'd have David Thomas and Jeremy Shockey. But you have guys like that. And so those guys, Ben Watson, Josh Hill, they don't have to be Jimmy Graham. They just have to fulfill whatever they need to do in the offense. And this passing game under Peyton has been, you know, top 5, top 6 every year he's been there. So I think maybe it's one of those things where you got an elite quarterback, you just sort of expect them to plug and play.
And speaking of the passing game, Marcus Colston did not participate again. Both the 2 OTAs, the OTA this week and the one before, he didn't participate that we were allowed to watch. Is it too early to be worried? I mean, it's June, or should we be worried about that?
You know, there's 6 weeks to go before training camp even begins, and you know, he doesn't, not saying that he has this, but if he had a broken bone or something like that, if he broke it today, that's about 4 to 6 weeks is what it would be to recover. So that's plenty of time. If he's got some minor nagging thing that's not a big deal, it's plenty of time for it not to be a big deal. I think you start worrying if you get to training camp and he's not practicing.
Joel, thank you so much. Back with more 4th Down on 4 after this.
Still ahead, many Saints have gotten together for a charity softball game in recent years. Now it's Tim Lolito's turn, and he's got a great reason to help raise money for a worthy cause.
The Saints have been busy with off-season workouts, but not too engrossed in X's and O's to find time to give back. Tim Lolito is now the host of the Saints charity softball event, and the passing of the torch seems seamless.
There were a lot of smiles on the diamond at Mike Miley Stadium Friday night. Little kids getting to shag balls for the home run derby and hang out with members of the New Orleans Saints. Of course, there were more grounders than there were home runs. These football players out of their comfort zone, but for a great cause. Portions of the proceeds benefited Get Checked or Check Out Health Foundation and the Team Gleason Foundation. Jaden is one of many who will benefit. She showed off some of her skills throwing out the first pitch. It's a cause that hits close to home for the event host.
Cancer affects everyone, and you know, a lot of people, like I said before, a lot of people know about my grandma 2 years ago. So the foundation is awesome. They want to prevent cancer and do your regular checkups to get in, and so you're not going in and finding out you have stage 4 cancer. So I think it's a great organization.
Long snapper Justin Drescher won the home run derby. The softball game to follow was offense versus defense. Like fish out of water, some of these players aren't as tough without the pads. There were a lot of whiffs, misjudged grounders, tons of overthrown balls, and some hazardous conditions in the outfield. But all around, it was a night to celebrate. Even though the defense won 12-7 on the scoreboard, everyone walked away a winner.
I think being a professional athlete is just not about, you know, being on the field stuff. It's off the field stuff too. So I know it sounds really cheesy, but I think of the Spider-Man quote where he says, "With great power comes great responsibility." And I think this is one of those responsibilities, getting out and being in the community and being involved.
Now, following minicamp this week, the Saints will have 41 days of rest before they have to report to Greenbrier for the start of training camp. You can find the complete schedule on our website at WWLTV.com. We'll be right back with more 4th Down on 4. LSU will try to bounce back from the losers bracket on Tuesday, and Saints fans can catch a first glimpse of the 2015 squad at minicamp this week. All 3 days are open to the public. That'll do it for this edition of 4th Down on 4. For Doug Mouton, producer Danny Rockwell, and photographer Adam Ney, I'm Leslie Spoon. Have a great week.